Now then, I've been teasing Mick since the day we got here about all these special hook baits that I've been using and how they've been working and what we've seen underwater. And clearly, Mick, you've seen for yourself they work really well.
Absolutely works, yeah, definitely.
Now, do you want to know how to put them together?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Right, well, let's start with the one we've been using. We've used two types, basically. The first thing is the bottom bait part. You notice these are some of my favourite boilies. These are the sort of cell activate combination bait that's been put together, and for all intents and purposes that's a normal boilie. But look here, after they've been juiced up, they've got like a skin to them, look, and if I open one up you can see there it's penetrated in. Now this is a great boilie and I'll feed these all day long, and I'm not talking about covering your loose feed in this stuff. This is what you're trying to do by juicing these up with these special liquids. You're trying to basically hone the fish straight into your hook bait. So the loose feed is to draw the fish into the area, and that gets them chomping like we're doing, like the corn and those chopped boilies, and also the boilies on their own. That gets the fish in the area and eating. And what it also means is once you cast out, you're going to get much quicker bites, because even though they're occupied with that, they suddenly get this extra smell, extra taste in the area, and they're bang onto that hook bait. So it's really easy to do. This one's got like 2 layers, so here's a little bag of them, right? Just take, this is a thin one, this is a thin pineapple, right? And you just pour this into the bag.
Thin in terms of the...
Yeah, like the texture,
the
consistency of it. I mean, it's proper pungent.
Wow.
I mean, have a smell of that back at home if you can put your nose to the speaker. So you just keep a little drizzle of that pineapple going on, look, and they're nice and coated here. And what I'm going to do is turn that in there so these all get a good coating, and this thinner consistency stuff is going to penetrate into the core, just like that bait that we showed you, okay? So that's the inner part of the boilie taken care of, and you could do that 3 or 4 times, because what you'll find is they'll keep sucking that up. The more you put on, the more they'll suck up. Think of a boilie as a little sponge, yeah? They'll just keep taking it in. The more you can get into them, you're turning them into like a ticking time bomb. Imagine them on the bottom just pumping out constantly.
With just release.
Like a little pulse. So once we've done that, to obviously turn them this colour, like this brown tint, we're putting on this power smoke, all right? And now this stuff's much thicker, much thicker consistency, and this is where you're going to get that sort of brown colour. Look at this come out. It really is a glue.
Same flavour.
Yeah, it's still pineapple, slightly different, and this is where you're getting that real green vapour that seeps off. But by doing it this way, you're actually making it work over a longer period, because if you just put it on wet before you cast, it'll work for say 20 minutes, it'll be out there, but then once it's washed away, it's gone. By doing it this way, you give them a good coating like this, and then you leave them in the sun to dry, okay? And you could keep applying it. The more coats you put on, the more you're gonna turn them into like a bonbon. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, it just keeps releasing.
Yeah, exactly. And you leave them in the sun to dry, they're gonna get a lovely crust. And when you go out, instead of them lasting for like 20 minutes, you're gonna get them working for you between 2 to 6 hours, depending on how many coats you give them.
Right.
But we've used hardly anything out of the bottle there, probably a tiny dribble from the top of each bottle, and you've got, you know, 30, 40 hook baits in there that are going to last you a long time. Now the pink ones, which we've been using quite effectively, this is an almond flavour, and these really were, on the underwater camera, pink in clear water was deadly. Now, I mean, the water's quite coloured here, but it seems to be really effective still here. And this one, again, we're doing 2 combinations. This is a really thin almond one, all right? That goes in.
And this boilie's already pink when you started?
No, they were, oh, there we go, they were all white, mate. They were a bit of all white, yeah. So.
Oh yeah, there you go. Look.
Yeah, so we.
That was a harder boilie. That's not penetrated as much on those.
No, so
ones.
these acidic ones, they cut right in, yeah, gets right into the middle, and then basically once you've done that again, you've put the thinner one on, sucks into the middle. We're going to put on this thicker one, right? And again, same treatment, yeah. Thin first, thick after. Leave them in the sun to dry, and they're going to turn like these ones. Here, have a look in there. That's got like a little crust on it, yeah? See that? See that little bit of like an outer skin? If I get one out of there, have a look, it's almost a crust. And really, it's all up to your imagination, you know? You're only limited by your own imagination. You can take like these pop-ups, my favourite little floater pop-ups if you like, when I'm fishing on the surface. Again, just giving them a little edge, you know. I'm not saying they were bad before, they were brilliant before, but this is something in addition to, not instead of, you know. It's giving your hook baits a new dimension. And the orange ones, look, they look like they've got silkweed around them, but actually that's just that liquid dried on, and the same with some pineapple ones. And that's the thing, it's all about on the day as well. There's not one flavour. You can't say, right, Mick, you know, you go, Ali, what's the best one? I go, oh, it's pineapple, Mick.
So a certain lake will have a favourite, or it won't, just for the day. Another day you'll be using something different.
Yeah, I mean, like one lake you go to, you're catching on tutti frutti. Another one you go to, you're catching on almonds, you know, and it's all about keeping up with the fish. And that's what all good matchmen say to you, you know, on the day, it's about changing it and staying, you know, ahead of the fish and giving them what they want, you know. Colour is really important. Get the colour right on the lake, and then if you get the attractors right in your hook bait, you've got it nailed.